Hey everyone, I'm Sir Ben, and welcome back to another episode of Underappreciated Video Games. Now, if you've been watching our content, and especially my videos, you would know that I really love roguelikes. I absolutely love them. I cannot get enough of them. And this is one that has really caught my attention recently. It was introduced to me by a friend, and I started playing it, and I just could not get enough of it. And I've just thought I had to share this with you guys, because this is a phenomenally made game. The developers have really stayed true to what roguelikes are and the essence of what they should contain and the way they should play, and they've stayed true to old school roguelike games as well. There isn't much to this game. As I said, it's a very classic style roguelike, so there's not much to it, but I did just have a blast, so we're just going to get straight into it. So I've decided to go with a Warlock, who is a very squishy but very high DPS character, and that's kind of how I like to play, so we'll just see how we go. Bloody piece of shit. So I've decided to go with the Paladin, and that is doing much better for my playstyle, as you can see. So for some of you older gamers, you might recognize that this looks quite a bit like a very old favorite of mine called Gauntlet. It is a very arcadey hack and slash, basically. If you haven't played it, it either means that it was way before your time, or, how can you even call yourself a gamer? Come on, guys. Now, one of my favorite things about this game is it's just really straightforward. You walk into a cave, you kill stuff, and you just rinse and repeat. It's very roguelike in the sense that you go forward until you can't no more and you inevitably die, and then once that does happen, you go back to a town, you can upgrade your stuff, get some permanent buffs, and then jump straight back into it. All the maps are procedurally generated, and all the enemy spawns are random. There's also a random assortment of chests and item drops that will really mix up every single run that you do. Another thing that I really like about this game is it's very procedural and methodical. Each level has different mechanics in which it operates by. So there's one level where there's a whole bunch of these closed cell doors, and you have to find a hidden button somewhere to open them up and then claim the treasures inside. There's another level that you can't actually leave until you find said hidden button, and that will reveal the exit and let you go to the next level. Each level also has an assortment of enemies that do different damage types and have different traits, so you really have to try and prepare for those by having a good balance of your team and by hopefully picking up the right items. And yes, when I say a good balanced team, I do mean this game does indeed support online multiplayer. So I gotta say, guys, they absolutely nailed the multiplayer in this game. It is so much fun. And especially when you get to higher levels, it's fast-paced and it's hectic and it's stressful, but at the same time, it's just an adrenaline rush of just activity and screaming and laughing, and just we were just enjoying ourselves the entire time. So this is some gameplay of me and a friend who were playing earlier, and we're in a little bit later on in the game. But as you can see, the pace and the difficulty of the game has risen considerably. Now, mind you, we are a bit higher level characters than the one I showed you before, but it's still challenging. So there's a couple of things that I especially loved about the multiplayer. So first of all item drops are instanced, which means that whenever an item drops for one person, it drops for everyone. Now, the only thing is, all the items are completely random for all the players. The only thing that is consistent is the rarity. So if someone drops an item of a certain particular rarity, everyone will get a random item of that rarity. So no one's missing out and everyone's getting their fair share of the goods. Another thing I loved is that all gold and experience is shared. Unless one of the characters in your team has some sort of item that gives you extra money or something like that, they will get bonuses if they pick it up, but as for everyone else, it's all completely shared and all completely even. The difficulty also scales with how many people are in the team, so the higher difficulty will give all the enemies more health, and there will also be more of them. One of the things that I think sets this game apart from others is a mechanic that I have a very strong love-hate relationship with, and that is the soul link. So basically, if your character is downed, then someone else on your team can revive you. Once they do that revive, your souls are linked, and what that will mean is that if one of you goes down, you both go down. Now that's fine if you've only got one or two people in your team that have gone down, but it means that if 3 people in a 4-man team go down, that one last person has to resurrect everybody. And that means that if one person dies, the entire team is wiped out, and you've got to start the run all over again. It makes the game very interesting. It makes it very exciting. and sometimes very disappointing. But it adds a very high risk, high reward kind of adrenaline rush feeling to the game, which I absolutely love. My only gripe with this game is the fact that you can't have other friends join you in the middle of a run. However, there are mods for that. This game has full mod support, and it has a really good way of allowing you to play with or without mods, and to allow other people who are your friends who want to play with you with or without mods. So someone else who is on a modded profile can actually play in your unmodded game, and the game works perfectly. So, like I've said, this game is really solid. So I just want to give a huge shout out to the devs of this game, because they have given this game a lot of love, and it's phenomenal. The masterpiece that they have created is just, it takes me back to my childhood, back to when I was playing Gauntlet and other games like that. I absolutely love it, and I'm sure if you guys give it a crack, you'll love it too. Unless you don't, but you know, that's not what this channel's about. Anyway, thank you very much for hanging around and watching the video, and thank you very much for your support. If you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe, and if you feel so, then please go over to our Patreon and our Subscribestar and support us there, because your contributions really help to the production of more videos like these. Thank you once again, and remember, the pen is mightier than the sword.